All
Okay.
right, MMA fans, hide your abuelitas. Josh Silveira is back. Josh, how are you?
Good, brother. Good. How you doing?
I'm fine, I'm fine. Congrats on your latest victory. It was the right way to start the 2023 PFL, season, regular season. How are you?
Good. Just getting ready for the next fight in June. Um, no injuries. Feeling good. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what happens June 8th.
You scored 6 points after that first round submission victory. How proud are you of yourself, of for that quick finish?
I was very happy. Obviously I lost my last fight before that. I suffered my first loss, so I needed the points. Just for my MMA career in general, I needed the win. We always want to win. I needed that. Oh, sorry.
No
I
worries.
needed that win. And yeah, man, it was one of those things where it just felt good. You know what I mean? I feel like every fighter when they come off a loss, winning such an important thing, in general, but especially for MMA. It's a hard sport, so you definitely want to get on the win column again, and I'm very happy about that.
Did you feel you had to prove something to yourself or to your fans after suffering your first defeat?
Um, I feel like I didn't have to prove anything to anyone besides myself, like I always do. Everything's for myself. Going there, oh, happened again. I'm sorry about that.
No, no
Um,
worries. No, that's fine.
I don't got to prove anything to no one, especially after that loss. I know I could get back on the win column. I know I could be a better fighter than I was in New York that time I lost. But I'm just happy I'm back on the win column, and I'm happy that um, this year is looking a lot better than last year, you know?
You you told me that you're very focused and you're very motivated to secure the final victory and take home the $1 million prize. Uh, does that aggressiveness we saw from you in this first fight come from that?
Yeah, like I was said in all the other interviews, you're gonna see a guy who's not scared to get tired and there, and I've been training like that. That's my mentality's been a lot more focused and for my camps, um, just to have that aggression and go finish a fight. If you go look at my resume, I'm a finisher. That's what I like to do. And with the PFL, the way the season's set up, that's what you gotta get done. You're better off getting the finish and getting one step closer to that million. And that's what we're gonna do.
Did you plan the fight that way? I mean, was your intention to go in the cage and look for the finish as soon as possible?
Absolutely. Yep. I never want to force anything. But I try to put my opponent in a position where they have to give me something. I took Sam down and he turned his back. He wanted to get the easy way up instead of being more technical. He chose to try to get the easy way up and he paid for it. If you let me take your back, it's a that's a danger zone there. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna capitalize it. It's an MMA fight. There's a lot on the line. So I'm not gonna force anything, but I'm a finisher. If you give me a chance, I'm gonna go for it, whether it's a high kick or choke. You know, that's how I fight.
You seem to like pretty much the rear naked chokes. This is, I believe, perhaps the fourth or the fifth time you
Yeah,
finish in your professional career.
yeah, it's up there. I've been using it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
um, one of the first techniques I learned as a kid. It's very useful in MMA. It puts your opponent in a position where they don't have no oxygen. it's different when you're attacking an armbar or like a bone. Sometimes the guys get tough, but if the guys go to sleep, they go to sleep. They can't fight no more, you know. And that's why I go for the rear naked. It's a high percentage. Um, it's a dominant position. You're on the back. You know, it's just a good place to be.
What's the secret of a successful rear naked choke? Is are the head is the hands position? What is it in your
So
opinion?
so I mean, everyone has their way of doing it, you know. But the way I was taught, the way my father taught me, you know, Conan, my father, it's all about pulling the elbow back. So um and the grip too. You know, if you want to go, I like hand to hand. I like, um, but a lot of the times people want to do the. Let me put my phone down. A lot of the times people want to do this,
Yeah.
and this doesn't work because they're gonna keep pulling the hand down. So I like to come here, you know, or I like to
Mhm.
come here, or in a way where I'm tight, and then what I do is I just bring this elbow back. So if I'm here, I just bring the elbow back. I don't try to put the elbow in front. I try to bring the elbow back. Oh, I try to bring the elbow back. And this time actually when I got it, it was like a face crank. You know, the guy's face was churned. So he
Yeah.
probably felt like his neck was gonna feel like it was gonna pop off, you know? Who knows? But he tapped fairly fast, you
That
know.
sounds painful, by the way. Is
Yeah, yeah.
painful.
And then
And
there's
it's,
the hip pressure too. When you put the legs in, and then I put my hips in your hips, you feel it in your back, you feel it in your face. It's not comfortable, you know?
yeah, yeah. I know I know it. Um, now that you mentioned your father, I saw a very beautiful picture of yourself and your family. What was it? A book presentation or something on
Oh
Instagram?
yeah,
I
yeah.
saw that.
So my father, he released his book. It's in Portuguese. He's gonna release an English version here soon. But he released a book, and we were in Rio actually. We were in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and he released it in Brazil. And that was a photo of my girlfriend, my dad, my stepmother, and my little brother, just supporting him, you know. And we were there for UFC Rio too. We went over there to see Brandon Moreno and Figueroa and Teixeira and Jamal Hill. That
Oh,
card.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a nice event. What is
that
the
was
book
nice.
about?
So it's called Master Yourself or Master of Yourself. And it's just about being the master of your mind. You know what I mean? And learning how to deal with certain situations in life, learning to deal with situations that are going to be challenging no matter how way you look at it. You know, there's situations in life that you don't have an option. You have to deal with it. You know, and he's been through a lot of different experiences of life. So he talks about it in his book. You know, and the Portuguese version is obviously hard for some people to read, but when he comes out with the English version, it will be super cool. You know, for people in America to actually read his perspective.
Is there something in particular your father tells you? I don't know, before a fight, usually before you step into the cage. Do you have any sorts of rituals, you two?
Yeah, usually when I step inside the cage, a lot of guys like to look at each other. I do look at my opponent, you know, but I usually turn my back to my opponent and I start talking to my dad. And it's a very adrenaline moment, you know, and I ask him, you know, I always ask him, this is it right now. You know, it's about to go down. And he looks at me and he tells me the same thing but different types of ways, you know. He tells me this is what we train for right now. It's right now, your moment. Don't hesitate to be spectacular. He lets me know, don't hesitate. Don't hold your chance to be great right now. You know what I mean? There's many times in life, you know, you have these little windows to do something great in your life. You know, it's not all the time. You know, life's a kind of a hard thing, but he reminds me, don't hesitate, man. Go pull the trigger, you know. And it makes me feel good. Obviously, I have so many different feelings going through my mind and my body, but it feels good to hear that from him, you know.
Your next chance for greatness will be against Delan Monte on your upcoming fight on June 8th. What should fans expect from you for that fight?
Um, Same thing, man. Good amount of pressure. Um, Looking for you're looking at a fighter who's not scared to get tired in there. I'm gonna put the pressure on him. I already got my 6 points. So, but I'm still gonna fight the same way. If I get another 6 points, beautiful, you know. But I'm looking to finish the fight. I'm looking to put the pressure and get after it. You know, I want to solidify my spot in the playoffs, and I want to be in the same position that I was last year, ready to go to make that million. You know, I got close last year. Now I'm close again. I'm getting closer and closer. So just stay focused, stay strong, stay smart, and let's get after it. That's it.
Any last messages?
Um, Thank you for everyone that's been helping me, since day one, and for anybody who doesn't know me, um, it's never too late to jump on the train and support your boy. You know, I've been doing this my whole life. Appreciate the sponsors that helped me in my last fight. Toma yerba mate tea. It's a Latin type of drink, but it's beautiful. It's a good tea. Mix it with your water. You probably are familiar with yerba mate. I'm not sure. Maybe you are. You're Spanish, right?
No, I'm
Aren't
from
you,
Italy.
oh,
I'm Italian.
Italy? Oh,
Yes.
Italian. Oh man, dang, my fault. Yeah, you had
No
a
worries, no
Spanish
worries.
charisma. But yeah, it's a yerba mate
Oh,
tea.
thanks.
You just mix it up with regular water. It's pretty good. It's a good energy substitution from like coffee. There's no caffeine in it or anything. They sponsored me, and then my buddy in Fort Lauderdale, Checkmate Barber, he's building up his shop. If anyone's ever in Fort Lauderdale, get a haircut from your boy. Checkmate Barbershop, and American Top Team, man. They've been with me since I was a kid. Obviously, that's my team. I love them to death, and we winning. We winning this thing. I appreciate it. Appreciate everything.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you for sharing with us some details about that rare naked choke. I'm taking BJJ lessons. Of course, I'm just an amateur. I'm no professional, but still,
Yeah,
I understand that little details make the biggest of difference.
yeah,
Especially when you're fighting and the whole turning your elbow and stuff. That's
yeah. You just make sure the elbow is not on the neck. If the elbow is pointing like this, is not good. The elbow has to be here, and just pull the elbow back. You should always be choking with your arm, not your elbow.
yes.
But keep
Thank
up with
you.
the BJJ, bro. It's good.
Yeah,
It's good
yeah,
for
I
you.
like it. I like it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and best of luck with your upcoming fight.
Thank you, brother.
Ciao.
Appreciate it.
Ciao.